everybody. Welcome back to Parenting with a Purpose. I am your host, Donna Janelle. You know, my job is to bring back the responsibility, nobility, and beauty back into parenting. Parents are their bows and children are arrows. They will land wherever we send them. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow. Newsflag, it might not even be next year. Eventually it's going to happen. As long as you dress your kids, as long as we give them the tools out so they don't go outside to be naked, long as, because the world will dress them with whatever they want to dress them with, right? So it's our job and our responsibility as parents to make sure that we dress them appropriately, right? You know, I always got to talk about something going on with my crew. You know, the Fabulous Four, right? Parenting is a hard knock like out here. And you know, parents and teens, I think y'all need to do a silent prayer for me, because these teenagers out here, they just be testing my inner gangster so bad, just testing. I'm telling you, on the daily. I told y'all, I think my 16, she turned 16 yesterday, y'all. I think she woke up and said, you know what, how I'm going to test her today. I went in there, I woke up this morning, she was like, she growled at me. Why are you growling at me? Like, are you an animal or what? Like, you waking me up. Yes, get up and go to school, right? Get up out of my house. So I know when I was younger, if I probably would have growled at my mom, I probably wouldn't have no teeth, right? Well, that's probably why I got some dentures in right now, because I did some stuff when I was younger, right? That's probably what happened, yo. Mom, I'm sorry. I understand now. I understand. You say you understand by and by. I understand, right? Because I want to lay hands. So anyway, it's been a fabulous week, y'all. My 18-year-old, she was saluted yesterday in Delaware. Salutes because she's joining the Marines.
Oh yes.
So they honored her yesterday, you know, with a bunch of other seniors, and she was so excited. We had a banquet. She got dressed up. She got to meet some amazing people that served in the armed forces. There's a lot of stuff going on, so we're excited. She's about to graduate, y'all. She's graduating on the 30th, and then she's shipping out of here in July. Wow. Another silent moment, because I'm going to be crying. Yeah. Y'all know this one right here is very special. This is the one I got. My sister and her husband passed away, so this is one of the oldest ones that I have for about 10 years now, y'all. I've been parenting for 25 years. Wow. But the last 10 years, you know, has been wild and crazy, raising somebody else's children. So she's the oldest one that I have, and she is going out and doing something with her life. Like, she's doing aviation mechanics, right? She's in there. She's doing some crazy stuff. So I'm proud of her and excited for her to be walking across that stage, you know, especially with the challenges that she had in her life. So that's enough about me. That's what's going on in my life. Oh, next week is my birthday. Next week is my birthday. Next week is my birthday, y'all. So that's another exciting thing. I'll be here next week. Yes, I'm doing a show on my birthday. Okay. That's how it be. And what else is going on in my life? Y'all know I just finished school, right? We celebrated a couple weeks ago. I just finished school. I'm now a registered nurse.
Dang,
After being a LPN for 17 years, and I always talk about that because, you know, when we talk about parenting, right, parenting with the purpose, right, and our kids need to be able to see what we go through in life and be able to they could be encouraged and motivated to continue to be the best that they can be, right? So how can the children learn to let they be led by example? So I try to be an example. So I always kind of mention the things, the accomplishments that I have, and my children are able to see them so they too can be great as well. Whatever great is in your family, you know, they ain't got to be nurses, they ain't got to be doctors. Listen, she could be an aviation mechanic. I ain't never think about that.
Right.
But it's good stuff.
We know some black aviators too in Delaware.
That's what's up. Yes. So tonight, y'all, we got special guests. We're going to put an S on there tonight. We got the Finneys, Mr. and Mrs. All right. Tell us about yourself. Tell us why you're here. Tell us what you do. What you do. We do a whole
ladies first. Ladies first.
So my name is Keziah Finney. I'm known as Mrs. Finney because I've been a teacher for this is my 21st year. Certified math and science teacher in Delaware. I've taught in Chester, PA for 8 years, in Delaware for 12. Born in Chester, PA, raised in Newcastle, Delaware. Got my starting with teaching in Chester, PA. Village Charter School represent. Whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on through.
It was a moment. It was good. You know, and so with my experience, I've learned a lot, and I've taken a lot of skills that I picked up, you know, growing up. One being music. So I'm from a very musical family. All kind of genres. I mean, from gospel to R&B to hip hop. And so I picked up on hip hop. I was in a church choir when I was younger. Shiloh Baptist Church represent.
Oh, yes. Shiloh. Okay.
I was in there. They got me right. But yeah, that was my first time on a mic. And so going forward, I was doing hip hop. I was rapping, growing up with my brothers. 3 of them rapped out of 4. And so when I became a teacher, I used hip hop to connect with my students. And so it was like, let me teach the way they told me to teach. And so I did it. And we was all in there crashing. Like, this is boring.
Okay.
I'm like, wait, if I'm bored, they bored. This is trash.
Not the teacher saying I'm bored. Not the teacher saying I'm bored.
I out loud, but in my mind, I'm
But
like,
you was feeling you was bored.
I'm bored.
Yo,
like,
okay.
I'm teaching and I'm bored. Like, I'm doing the most talking and I'm bored.
Something wrong with this.
Something's wrong. And you see the kids crashing when I use the bathroom. You like, yeah, this is ineffective. Like, I wouldn't even want to learn like this. So I would just make up songs, make up hip hop songs, and they would be related to the content. Mm-hmm. And so then the kids would get engaged. They listen to it. They'd be like, wow, okay, I get it. I can memorize it because it's in the form of music.
Right.
And then they would take it and we would apply it to the lesson. And it would help them know what to do when it came time for testing. Wow. And so that was something I was doing just in my beginning stages of teaching. I met my husband. And that just took it to a whole nother level because he has business mind. Kudos. James Finney.
Business mind, business mind.
Glory to
You know what
God.
I'm saying? Like, while I'm the person that's like, oh, I like teaching, I like rapping, I'm just all hype. He's like, yo,
let's get paid for that.
wait a minute. Like, you got skills. You got something. We can do something with that.
Right. Yes.
And so he could tell you more on what happened after, it was like a couple light bulbs that came off of him when he was doing a senior project.
Oh man, you want to take it from there?
That tied those skills in.
Okay. Okay.
And that will tell you how we got to where we are.
All right, okay.
So
Pass the
you want
mic.
me to-
There you
okay.
go,
Absolutely.
Mr. Finney. Come
Pass
on.
the torch. Okay. Yes. So let's see. Okay, yeah. So my name is James Finney, Director of Operations for JFin TV Studios, which is an edutainment production company.
Edutainment.
Yeah.
We
Sounds
educate,
kinda weird, right?
but more importantly, we entertain, right?
Right.
No, we entertain, but more importantly, we educate. So, let me see how we got Lyrical Math started. I met my wife. I was courting her at the time. She was.
Oh, he old school. He said I was courting her. I ain't hear that word in so.
You ain't heard it in a while.
Right,
Yeah,
courting.
I bring it back.
No, he's courting.
So yeah, she was working at Chester Community Charter, and when I met her, she said she's a teacher, and I'm like, okay, I can see myself marrying a teacher. And then she said I'm a rapper. Like, what that mean? You gonna be on tour? Like, how does that work? So. It was,
He's like flag on the play. Flag on the play.
What
Wait
we
a
gonna do
minute.
with that?
Man down. But I saw her teach, and I hated math growing up, right?
Okay.
High school CD student. And I saw her teach, and it hit me. It's like, oh, she can teach. And then I heard her rap. I said, whoa, she can rap.
Wow.
Right? I had that light bulb moment. So I remember I pitched it to her. I picked her up. I think I took her to lunch on her break one day, and I said, yo, you should be a hip-hop math teacher. She was like, that's corny. I'm not doing that. I said, yo.
Was the word.
I said, but wait, right? It's a wide open lane.
Now he got the stance. Like,
Right.
wait,
Yeah, I had to sell her.
Right.
And she had to sit on it for like a year.
Oh.
Yeah. So then she finally came around. Was like, okay.
I don't know if this senior project was like during that year.
No,
or when did
no. That
happen?
was later. That was later. Yeah.
He
So-
remember. He
Oh yeah, I remember all of it.
He get dates
But
right.
it's a dope story though. So moving forward, I had to do a senior project now, and then I was going to do a documentary on 2 different leaders that we all know about. It's controversial. It was going to be a documentary on Martin Luther King versus Hitler.
Okay.
And what's the similarities and what's the differences? Because they both leaders.
Right.
She was like, don't do that. Why don't you just do a math video? I said, that's boring. If I do a math video, it got to be funny, right?
Yeah.
So we did it. So we did a 5 minute and 20 second video called Adding Integers After School.
Oh, okay.
And in this video, we shot it at my school. Shout out to Wilmington University. She played the teacher and she played the student.
Oh.
Yeah. And so what we did was we elaborated, we exaggerated everything a student does in class.
Oh, I can imagine
Like
that.
she was teaching and the student was, she was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, not paying attention. She was snoring and drool coming out her mouth. All
so
that.
she was on her acting game.
Yeah.
Yes. I had to prep her, y'all. I had to direct her. But thank God she took my direction.
Appreciate it.
And how the video ended, wrapped up, the teacher said, you know what, let me hit it this way. And so she rapped the math concept.
Wow.
And then the student was like, oh, wow. And she got it, right? Mm-hmm. And so, needless to say, 5 minutes, 20-second video. I got an A on it as my senior project. I'm done my obligation for the university.
Right.
She says, yo, I'm teaching added integers next week at my school. Can I use your video? I said, sure. So what she did was she created a pretest, and then she gave it to all 3 of her classes.
Okay.
And then they watched the 5-minute, 20-second video. Then she gave them a post-test to gauge comprehension.
Right.
I just wanted to see what happened.
Dig
like,
this.
Did y'all learn?
Yeah, that's it.
It was just...
So what happened was her lowest performing class got a 61.7% increase in comprehension for adding integers with a 5 minute and 20 second.
Yo.
So I said that night, how many people you want to help? What you say? As many as we can.
Wow.
That's how that was the beginning of what we created now, which is Lyrical Math.
Wow.
We got a student workbook, a teacher guidebook, a resource assessment book. We got a full-on curriculum. Mm-hmm. And, I got to share this. This is...
I'm just liking the cover of this.
Yeah. It took 8 years to get to this
like
point.
Us.
This is
like us.
This is the third and final draft. Like, we literally paid attention and listened to our students. Like, we had a student 2 years ago when we were receiving state data. We ran a pilot at Eastside Charter School in Delaware. But one of our students was like, Mr. Finney, you don't have no students with dreads. I said, we got you. So we made sure we made one of our students relate to him.
Right.
So all these characters you see, literally we heard from our students, this is what they was like, put this fit on them.
Right,
put these kicks
Yo,
on
this
them.
is a serious classroom. This is like what you get every day, a mixture of everybody.
Yes. And that's what we need.
Yeah.
Kids should
representation.
Yes.
Talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should feel like, dang, somebody thought about me when I'm learning. Like somebody actually cares, right?
Right.
And I got to tell you, I feel like we are the new FUBU.
Oh, okay.
FUBU was for us, by us.
Yeah.
That's Lyrical Math. Like, a teacher built this for teachers
Right.
with students in mind.
Very true.
Like, so many, I feel like I'm getting a little off topic, but I got to share this. So many times she used to come to the house and be like, yo, my coworker was like, Miss Finney, you doing too much. Stop this, man. You making us look bad. I told her, yo, you too big for that school. You too big for them walls. She used to have janitors, cafeteria workers, just people that most would like overlook, but they be like, yo, you too big for this place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've been 8 years strong. We retired her from the classroom 3 years ago. She full time.
Retired.
Yeah,
Yes.
we full time with this now.
Oh man.
Yeah, we can go anywhere tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, like we be on the first thing smoking if the opportunity present. You know what I mean?
Wow,
We
that's
want to be
what's
where
up.
the need is.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm fortunate. I'm glad to say we data proven, research based. And let's see, we were in 10 schools, three community centers last year. Yeah. And we just looking to expand and have long lasting, fruitful relationships with organizations, right? And to be honest with you, this teacher guidebook is scripted, so you could be a janitor. As long as you care about kids, you can effectively implement Lyrical Math. Yeah.
Wow.
And the online platform is
Oh yeah,
plug and
turn this
play.
joint
It's plug and
around.
play.
Can we highlight this right here?
Look, you
Like-
know what's crazy?
Can we highlight this?
I want you to do this really quickly, please.
All right.
Pick a
Yes.
page.
Pick a page.
Pick a page.
lesson,
Pick a page.
Pick a page. Right. So imagine this is your child, right? You can
Right.
pick that page. You want to, but
Don't
you know
even
what I'm saying?
matter.
Yeah, as soon as I
you
open
can
up.
pick any page.
Right.
Right.
All right, well, let me
And
see.
so-
Let me look
Just pick
around.
any page.
Any page.
Yeah. So this platform, as you picking the page, we have Miss Finney is teaching every page in the book, right? Okay. So essentially, what we did was we created a way for parents to have a certified math teacher in their house.
Wait. Flag on the play.
Man down.
Wait, you said, I need you to repeat that statement.
All right,
again.
no doubt. Okay, so what we did was we created an online academy that now allows anybody to have access to a certified math teacher, award-winning hip-hop math teacher, in the comfort of their own home.
Wow.
It's literally the Netflix of math.
That's what we call it.
That's what it
we
is.
FUBU, we Netflix.
Yeah, we
taking over. We taking over. I mean, they said subdue or dominate.
Come on now. So we giving everybody the option who has a desire to want to see kids succeed in math.
That part right there. Yeah. Everyone, an option who has a desire
to see kids succeed in math.
See kids. Right. No matter who you are, if you have the desire,
absolutely,
to see kids succeed in math.
We here. We want all the smoke.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So what page did you pick?
Page 75. I got Mia.
Oh, okay. What lesson is this? Let's see.
What lesson is?
So you're in a
dividing fractions.
Dividing fractions. So
she's in a student seat right now.
She's a student right now. Okay. So we're gonna go. We're gonna click here. We're gonna go to lesson 4. Mm-hmm. I want y'all to see how simple this is. Yeah. We are on, what is this?
This is not just for schools and organizations. This is for home as well. So if you're a parent that's like, look, my child needs a little extra help with math for whatever reason.
Right.
You can get lyricalmathonline.com. Get that in your home. You have the username and password. It'll bring you right to this site. This book will get mailed to your house. And, you can set your child up to use the platform anytime. If you want to say, I want my child to do 30 minutes a day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then it's almost like bringing a teacher into your house.
It is.
This is lit because, most schools took away homework.
Right. Come on now.
And talk about it. The whole reason behind that.
Most schools took away homework, so a lot of times I feel like that's why a lot of kids are still struggling right now, particularly in math, because they need extra help at home, and then a lot of the parents again don't understand the math that was going on. So I mean, the fact that I'm gonna get a certified teacher in my house, that already you ain't gotta say nothing else to me.
Right.
Absolutely.
I didn't even have to leave the house. I ain't had to get off the couch.
Yeah. That thing just pulled up like that.
Yeah. So
I didn't have to get gas in my car to drive to some community center to drop my kid off and wait in the parking lot for 30 minutes to an hour to get math tutoring. Like, skip all that.
Skip it.
Just have it in your house.
What's great is the beginning of 2023, we got a big endorsement with Dr. Karen Fuson. Okay. And that name might not ring a bell to a lot of people, but she is, I would say, the MJ of math.
Okay.
Right? She was a part of the team that created the Common Core standards that the country is governed by.
Okay. So she out there.
She retired. She retired from Northwestern University. She living her best life in California right now, right? Okay. But the reason why I'm bringing her up is because she saw Lyrical Math and she said, I want to be a part of this.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's in our book. We got a PhD, a doctor that endorsed our book. Yeah. Wow. She's an advisor of Lyrical Math. So I just want everybody to know the time and attention we put in this to ensure that it's right for our kids.
Yeah. You're not just doing anything at them.
Not at all. It took 8 years to get this book. This is the third and final draft of Lyrical Math.
Wow. Okay.
So you on page 75, and if you can see, it says lesson intro, page 74, character profiles, page 75. Right. So what's dope about our program is we have 12 different unique characters, and we hit out on 6 different ethnicities, right? And so each character what's interesting is the characters are related to other characters in the book.
Oh, okay. Like a family.
It's like a big family. Yeah.
Like your cousin might be in 6th grade and you in 4th grade.
Yeah. My older cousin, she in 5th grade upstairs. I'm in 3rd down here.
Like this is real.
Oh yeah. We put it in there. And what's cool about it is the students get to learn about the characters and the word problems.
Wow.
Yeah. So We made a lot of connections when we put this together. Yeah. So here, I'm going to play this.
Oh, I was just going to say before you play.
Do you think?
The connector pieces that we wanted to do, which is typically missing in most math curriculums, like the math curriculums are just giving you math, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're just teaching you math. And so that's what doesn't connect, right? It's like, I have to sit in this room, I have to learn math for 10 months. What does that have to do with me?
Right. Yeah.
Unless you're,
that's always the question. They always say that. Like, I remember saying that at school. So what they got to do with me?
Right.
Exactly.
Pythagorean theorem, why?
I'm not making no clothes. Why I need no
trigonometry? Yeah.
All of this.
Calculus. What we doing here?
What are we
doing? Why A times B times C and all that junk?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
What that got to do with my
I see it now in nursing, though. I see algebra now in nursing.
But years later, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
before I was...
Mean, median, and mode, all that. Yeah. You seen it in nursing?
Yeah. It's there now.
You know what's interesting? We had a parent email us because she bought the album maybe like 6 years ago for her maybe fifth or sixth grader. Mm-hmm. And then she emailed us because she said, I'm taking my nursing exam and I heard the mean, median, mode track and that helped me. We didn't know the application of lyrical math can go as far as nursing.
I'm telling you, as y'all were talking, I'm sitting here thinking, I remember my classmates like struggling in dosage calculation and like, and you fail out if you don't pass dosage calculation.
Right.
And I'm just thinking, you finna kill somebody out here.
Life or death. For real. Get the math right.
You gotta get
it
that
ain't
math.
No oops, I'm sorry, it's the right of it.
I times by 2 instead.
Yeah, that decimal better be in the right spot. And them zeros in front of that, like seriously, it ain't no joke, right? But it's a struggle out there,
right?
But I'm thinking, like my head start clicking, like yo, if they had this stuff right here, like it would be so much.
Yeah.
The songs is dope, they catchy.
But I like what you just said though. You said the connecting piece,
right? And like, the connector piece is like, so instead of it just being math, like I'm learning about multiplying fractions. Instead of it just being that, it's like, okay, before you even touch the math, who are the characters that's going to be with you in the multiplying fractions, lesson? Right. Oh, we're going to have Kyra
Miguel,
and Mia. They're going to be
Bruno,
there. And then you're going to see their character profile before you even start talking about math. Right? So we learn about... So it almost takes your mind off the
math.
fact that you're learning about math, but you're making a social-emotional connection because... Maybe I share the same interests as Mia or Kyra or Miguel. Maybe I have the same family background as them, Right. Yeah. And so once you dive into this character profile, we're going to jump into like some vocabulary words related. And then we're going to jump into procedural explanation, which is what we call old math.
Right.
But then we also hit them with the new math, which is conceptual. Right? So we're covering everything that the schools want the kids to learn. Common core. Like, you have to learn procedurally, you have to learn conceptually, you have to learn real world application.
Yeah.
We cover all of it. But then we add the social emotional piece plus the music, which is going to help with the recall.
Yeah, we recently were told though our curriculum is skilled based, not grade based.
Right. Which is good because that sticks with you.
Skills
so there's no more. So this not like one of those things we keep saying in TikTok. So if Johnny had 4 apples,
right?
How many apples?
Johnny wants some money.
And it's crazy because when you think about math, right, you think about the frustration of math and kids, particularly in the African American
talk.
That whole thing, and everybody's laughing at Johnny, right? Because he couldn't get it, and then his mom popping upside his head because she really ain't get it either.
Right.
But she could. I'm
gonna just act like it's you.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how you look at that whole thing.
That's
it
real.
really wasn't just Johnny. It was the mom. It was the family.
Absolutely.
And everybody's laughing at Johnny because Johnny can't figure out this 3, this 4, and the parents can't figure out. The cousins can't. So we all just gonna make fun and laugh about it.
Right.
And
man, that's
the
heavy.
cover up.
So I want to share to that point. What I appreciate about our community that we're building, man, they're interactive with us. So we have parents send us videos, right? A dad sent us a video of his son learning from Miss Finney. He had his book in his lap. He had the laptop on the sofa. His mom was right next to him, and they was looking at Miss Finney teach through the book.
Right. So that's bringing families together.
Yes. The mom was learning, the son was learning, the dad was learning.
Right. It's no
Holistic.
longer about who knows.
Yes.
Right.
Like, why you don't remember what your teacher told
So
you.
true.
Like, it's not even about, do you have homework tonight? And the kid's saying no. The family's trying to discover if he lying or not.
Yeah.
The whole
We
research
just tried
project
to-
on are you lying or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just skip all that. Let's just work on some math together.
That's it.
As a family.
Wow.
And I
Let's
don't
make-
need to
let's-
challenge
yeah.
you. You don't need to challenge me. I don't need to feel like the parent that forgot math. That's trying to play it off like I know, and I'm just trying to make sure you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got to play the mind games. You know,
Sure.
we can just all learn together at the
That's
same
real.
time. It's good, you know?
So my
That's
background's
real.
in studio production, digital filmmaking, as I shared earlier. So I directed her on where I wanted her to go with these videos. And to be honest, I just told her, go in there and have a good time.
That's what's up.
So her personality comes through these videos. It's not, remember those, that guy for dry eyes, try clear eyes. It ain't nothing like that.
Yo, you dating yourself up in here a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
man.
too.
Yeah, it be
I mean,
like
we
that.
got Courtney.
It be like
we
that. I'm an old soul. But what I'm saying is, like, the students, they get to learn about her, and she takes the intimidation out of numbers.
Yeah.
And so, like, they'll walk away like, yo, Miss Finney's silly.
Yeah.
She's funny, but I just learned something.
Yeah.
Right.
We literally had students tell us, yo, Miss Finney, you made my day. And she didn't see this girl for like 5 months.
I was not her teacher. I was not the facilitator.
No.
So this was at
so
an after-school program in Wilmington.
Yeah.
These kids come from various schools. They had the Lyrical Math program there as a math resource. And then they had 2 teachers that were actually substitutes at a local school
Yep. Okay.
that were running an after-school program. They come in there, they push play on the video. They tell
That's
the kids
it,
to
push play.
open the book, and they sitting down and they're learning.
And
Wow.
then,
I was teaching her, but I wasn't physically present.
Right.
Teaching her.
so
She
when we
felt the
saw her,
connection.
Yeah,
yes.
when we saw her.
So they invited her out to a community center, and they asked the CEO of the community center, said, does anyone want to give a testimony about Lyrical Math? Talking to the kids. And she opened up, man. She started crying. She was like, you know what? I be in school sometime to be like, But then when I look at your videos, I be like, oh, man, she's funny. You be making my day. And I be learning. She said, I be learning stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's the culture that we created when we made these videos.
yeah,
We
yeah.
had her in mind when we created these videos.
And we
Wow.
really want to fix, the issue of parents feeling as though they have no access to helping their kids.
Right,
yes.
right.
We want to
Because,
empower
like I
parents.
said,
Helpless, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
over the past few years, like when we were growing up, you had homework minimum 4 nights a week.
Right.
Right? Maybe Friday was off depending on your teacher. You like,
Right.
yo, Miss Jones don't get
I ain't
homework
never had Friday off.
Yeah, sometimes you got that weekend homework.
Like 5 days, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, like over the years, in recent years, it became this big pushback for homework because now it's like, well, homework's not fair because she lives in a household with supportive parents that may assist her with homework, and she lives in a household with parents that aren't supportive.
Right.
So they're both turning in work, and she's obviously going to get a good grade, and she's
Okay.
not going to get a good grade. And this is the dilemma. Instead of the schools trying to find a way to solve that,
Right.
and still make people have homework, right? I mean, even if it's like 3 questions. 3 questions. Take
Right,
5
right,
minutes.
right.
You just need to have a refresher. Instead of saying we're going to provide a platform, maybe a video platform, maybe ask your teacher to upload a video, to the school site of her reviewing the homework questions, right? Real quick stuff, right? Don't even got to put your face on the screen. They got a camera on the
Right.
worksheet. If you're a teacher that don't want to be on camera. The
Right.
schools never came up with a solution to ensure that both types of students could have homework help. What they did is say, well, forget it. Nobody does homework because we
Yo.
want to be fair. Let's take homework off the table. So generally, most kids now never have homework because they
Right.
didn't find a solution to support homework.
Wow.
With all this technology, isn't that
Yeah,
weird?
you
With
know,
all
this whole
But that's not the,
technology.
it's like when, I'm sorry, what would you want to
I
say?
said the whole time I thought the reason why they removed homework is because you got my child 8 hours a day and you can't teach them
No.
like what they need to learn. You should be able to do that at 8 hours, and you trying to expect me to. Because a
No.
lot of times we were reteaching them at home because they
Right.
didn't catch it in school.
And then when we reteach them the way we know,
And then that was-
they come back feeling confident, ready to go. And the
Yeah.
teacher like, yeah, you got the right answer, but
didn't.
how'd you get there? And they're like, well, I did this. Well,
It's
you got to
wrong.
show it this way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's wrong.
Right.
Wow.
So
It's not wrong.
Instead of fixing, instead of trying to solve, they just took the whole thing off the table.
Took it off the table. But that left opportunity for people like us.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now, like parents, like you don't really know what your kid is learning in
Right.
school, which takes the power away
From the parent.
Because
Yes.
at least you could, at least if your child came home, what did we have? A homework folder.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And most parents be like, put your homework folder on the kitchen table when you
Let me
get
go
home.
ahead and put this up right here.
And
You can pop that
and you knew
QR
what
code.
happened in school.
Right.
You ain't need an email. You ain't need a parent calling you or a teacher
Yeah.
calling you. Open up the homework photo.
You
This
can
what you
pop
did in
that QR
English. This what
code
you did in math.
with your
And you
phone.
knew. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then if you could
Yes.
help, you could help. But when
Wow,
they took
yeah.
that off the table, you don't know
The
what your
parents
kid
just
learning for 10
yeah.
months. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
wow. We didn't even think about it like that.
No, they took.
And I think parents was like cool that the fact that they ain't had to do no homework because they ain't got to be frustrated right,
So
now.
now it's like, especially
like-
if you already got like other concerns
Yeah.
and issues that you're having in your household, then it's like, well, at least homework ain't a problem.
So we thought that was a help for us, the fact that we didn't have to do no
It was
homework.
a
but
detriment. No, it was a detriment. Huge detriment.
Oh,
Because
man.
it took
I was
away-
bamboozled,
Like,
man.
right.
Yeah,
People
I mean,
always,
we all were. And you know what? Just to talk about that, the back, see, we got these fancy little postcards here. You can't
about
really
that.
feel how soft that is. Just go ahead, feel that. Don't touch
with
it.
this
Just
one.
touch it.
This one right here.
this velvet.
Mr. Finney.
This velvet.
Mr. Finney. Mr. Finney.
But all right, so we got these fancy postcards, but it's the back that's really important to the topic we talking about right
Yeah.
now, right? So we hear a lot of this with conversations with parents. This conversation goes on the back of this postcard. It's a text message, and it goes something like this: "My child is doing great in math." Happy face emoji.
And then
Are they on grade level? Question mark. They just made honor roll. That's awesome, right?
Right.
Clap hands. Congrats. Balloon. Hooray. Right?
Right.
But are they on grade level? Question mark. I'm not sure. How do I find that out? Right? To find out if your child is on his or her grade level, watch this. Simply request a copy of their most recent math state test score from the school principal. Right there, we just empowered parents on what to do. What happened is the bamboozle comes from this. I'm not saying all schools, I'm not saying all districts, but post-COVID, our students are 2 to 3 grade levels behind in every state, a large amount of students, every state in this country. So what did the schools do to diffuse the backlash they were going to receive from parents? They taught the parents' children 2 to 3 grade levels behind. So my child made honor roll. My child is doing great in math, but are they on grade level? The only way to find that out is through the state test scores, because if your
That's
child's in
on
5th
grade
grade,
level. They're gonna
but they
see it.
really on 2nd grade math level, they can teach them on 2nd grade all throughout the year to shut the parents up, make them, they come to the honor roll assemblies, all that. But when it come to state testing, they test on 5th grade.
Flag on the play.
Man down.
We got another flag.
Man down.
Are you serious?
So serious.
Yes.
So serious. And like a lot of parents aren't even realizing it.
Yeah, you
And
know
then-
what? When those state tests come in the mail,
just-
like people just start tossing them to
they
the
just-
side. Like, what? I don't care
Exactly.
about that. What the school say that my kid doing?
Right.
And the schools know you toss them to the side.
Oh, y'all hear that, parents? Don't toss those things to the side that they send you in the
be
summertime
informed.
because they
Be
come out in the
informed.
summertime.
They come out.
Be
and
informed. Don't let them bamboozle us.
The other-
Look,
the
it's a
other key
division
piece-
sign in a table.
Oh, it's meant to be here.
I can't with y'all. Y'all see what? And then she about to make a lyric out of it. She about to rap about this division sign.
Oh,
in
you
the
gonna have
thing.
to kick up. You gonna definitely have to
Oh,
kick
we
some
definitely
bars.
get
You
there.
gotta get
Yeah,
some
that
bars.
thing.
in.
But go back to what we was
Well,
doing,
yeah,
right?
we're doing,
Okay.
yes.
Hey, there's a lot of meat in here, y'all tonight.
Come on now.
Y'all better watch this over and over and
Come
over
on now,
again.
we here. We
All right,
here.
so I got Mia on page 75. What's
All
she
right,
doing?
So Mia on page.
With her
75.
iPods and her iPods in her ear.
But what kind of sneak she got on?
What she got? She got
Air
ones
Force
on.
Ones?
Yes.
Air Force Ones. I'm like, they Air Force.
Shout out to our daughter Nasiah. She's in college at North Carolina A&T for fashion merchandise and design.
Yes.
She put the drip on all these characters.
Put the drip.
Put the drip on all these
Okay,
characters. Yes,
okay. That's
yes.
what's up. I
So we
connect with
personal
her.
hot spotting them right now.
Okay.
Let me see what.
See if it come up well.
Yeah, it should come up.
That'd be good. Yeah, but while this is low, let me know when to stop chatting.
Okay.
But on another note, another thing parents need to be aware of, when we were in school, right? If we did not do an assignment, what grade did we get?
A 0.
A 0.
A 0.
Right?
Absolutely.
If you don't come to work, right?
You don't get paid.
You don't get paid for that day.
Come
right?
on, talk.
In schools, they are telling teachers almost in all, so many schools. Like, I'm not about to sit here and say 100% of schools do this, but every teacher I know, they're in this situation, right? Where the school is saying if the child gets a 0, if they don't turn it in, you have to give the child a 50%. Right? So what this does is this prevents too many kids from failing too far behind. And so the argument for that was, well, we don't want to make it too hard to bring the grade up, because if you have, say, 7 zeros, yeah.
All right, we'll get back to that.
Yeah, that's another
all
piece.
right.
But let's talk about me.
So again, we have a student here, and this student turned to page 75. There's a video for page 75. We'll be clicking right here.
This is nice. I love it.
What's up, scholars? We are here for lesson 4, dividing fractions.
She's a cute.
We're in your student workbook on page 74 with the one and only Mia. Let's check out her character profile page on page 75. We'll see you there.
So you gotta see this.
They can't be her, but they want to be Mia. Tell them fall back, because they know they can't see her. They can't be her, but they want to be Mia. Tell them fall back, because they know they can't see her. Go, Mia. Welcome to our workbook, page 75, from Mia's character profile page.
Right.
Mia is 11
hold up
years
there.
old.
Mm-hmm.
Ethnicity, Mexican-American, born in America.
That's it.
Interest, rapping, and
that's a big
performing.
guy.
She is a relative to Miguel, and she is Miguel's sister. Known to her family as Princess, Mia is the youngest sibling in the house.
Check her
and she
out.
has the most funk, too.
Oh, that sounds like my daughter.
All the siblings started to see good wordplay, solid mic control when performing, and an awesome personality. Her musical inspiration comes from both her DJ family and a young internet rapping sensation whose videos she watches constantly. Through her brother and the internet, Mia is learning how to rock the mic.
Yes.
Yo.
She is learning how to rock the mic right. Let's check out our vocabulary page for dividing fractions. I'll see you
Yeah.
there.
That's the start of the dividing fractions
That's
lesson.
it. Storylines.
Yo.
Yes.
You didn't feel like
Yeah,
you
I
did a
felt
math
like
class.
I want to learn this again. I want to learn. I said, like, come on, let's divide fractions again.
Right.
Yo.
And that's not even the math.
That's just the startup.
That's
That's
just the
already got
startup.
me engaged.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I don't want to. You know, I always a lot of times. I'm telling you, I'm just like, ooh, I'm in awe with this because one of the things that I usually try to help my kids with when they don't understand something, I tell them to go to YouTube University.
Come on. Yeah.
So
Yeah. We all students.
yeah,
in
so
university.
yeah, I mean, I'm always listen. I
all
learned a lot of
know.
stuff from YouTube, but
Right.
the fact that there's a program, like, I'm just wow, like literally just connecting with Mia just now. Like I know her cousin Miguel.
Talk,
I'm like
yes.
I'm part of the
Right.
family now.
Right.
Like she like what I like, you know. I like,
Yeah.
and then we didn't even get to the math part yet. But you kept me so engaged that I'm ready to learn some math.
But you know what's also dope? I'm glad you mentioned YouTube University. It's a great platform, but at the same time, it's community based, right?
Yeah.
I say that to say you got parents that I need to know what my child looking at.
Yeah, right.
You
That's the
can-
thing. That's
right.
why I like this. Like
You can trust the brand, you can respect the
Yeah.
brand because it come from a certified award-winning hip hop math teacher.
right,
So you ain't gonna get no poison in the teaching.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff that make a parent be like, What you? What did I just hear?
Crazy ad coming up.
Right. But they teaching me. I get all that, but I ain't like what I just heard.
Right,
Yeah, you're
right.
not gonna get that over
Teaching
here.
at what cost?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So
Like not everybody know how to eat the meat, spit out the fat.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
To ask
Yeah.
the kid to do
That-
that is a lot.
Yeah,
Sure,
man,
absolutely.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you dive
So the
into
platform,
it,
oh yeah,
was
just to
gonna say.
share, this can be, it's on the laptop here, but it could be the phone. We can pull it up on our phones right now. It could be on the iPad.
Right.
Yeah, we anywhere you can get, you have internet, you can have these videos.
Yeah.
Wow. This is what's
Yeah.
up.
And it's built in too. So we have the online academy is built in pre and post tests. So when you enroll your child, how it starts, you get an intro video, Miss Finney introducing the curriculum, excited, welcoming you.
Wow.
And then it cuts to a short clip of a music video she shot. So they like, yo, she got bars. She can, she a real artist, right?
Yeah.
And so then from the music video, it goes into the first lesson.
Right.
And so
The first character.
Yeah, the first lesson, it starts with a pre-test.
Right.
That's how we built it, right? Remember from the 5-minute, 20-second video?
Right.
So we do a pre-test, and then they go through the course videos, follow along in the book, and then it goes to a post-test to unlock the next lesson.
Right. Let me ask y'all a question. What do you say to a parent who say, well, why they have to learn it with music and lyrics and stuff? Why we can't teach them the old way? Or, why do we have, what if I want my kids to know rap? Or what if I want my kids, like why?
I love that question.
It's a great question.
So here's the thing. We do teach the old way. So that check that box.
Right, okay.
And so the way that you learn procedurally, we got you. Got that part. Also, we teach through music, not because it's hip hop, whether it's like has a positive impression on you or not. Everybody has their different opinions about hip hop, right? But music can be used for good. Right, you got.
Yeah.
You learned your ABCs through music.
We all
Was
did.
that a good experience?
Yeah.
Your
Right.
ABCs. So it can be used for good.
Right.
So we use the genre of hip hop because it's literally the number one genre.
Right.
In the world.
It's
Yeah.
literally the number
Right,
one genre.
yeah.
So most students, they know hip hop songs. So we want to meet them where they are.
There you go.
Like
right?
Paul in the
We
Bible.
want to meet them where they are. So yeah. So
But
hey,
wait, more
if they
importantly,
connect to
hip-hop, remember, hip-hop, it breeds confidence.
Right. Right.
That's the science behind it. It
Right.
literally is the only genre that breeds
That breeds
confidence.
confidence. Like it's the only genre where you like, I'm the best that ever did it. I'm always committed.
Ooh.
You know, like whatever. Right? It's the only one where someone is constantly bragging about how dope they are all the time. Right?
Yeah.
So if you take the fact that hip hop is constantly telling you you're the best, you're the best, you're the best, and let's
Right.
put that with math.
Ooh.
So we got
You on the lyrics
like-
page right here. Go ahead and rap that real quick.
So
Yeah.
this is
This is
dividing fractions.
Keep,
so
change,
this
flip.
is keep, change, flip is a title. And so it says, new objective, the goal is dividing fractions. Take this lesson and put these methods to action. First step, if you see a mixed number fraction, take the necessary steps and change them to improper fractions. Then you keep the first fraction the same.
Say what?
Then you keep the first fraction the same.
Say what?
Then you keep the first fraction the same.
Say what?
Then you keep the first fraction the same.
Yeah.
Change that division sign to a time sign. Change that division sign to a time sign.
That's right.
Change that division sign to a time
Come
sign.
on.
Change that division sign to a time sign. Flip the last fraction. Flip the last fraction.
Flip the last fraction.
Flip the last fraction. Flip the last fraction. Flip the last fraction.
on.
Flip the last fraction.
Tell
Say
it.
what?
Tell it.
Multiply like you know you should.
Come on. Tell
okay.
it.
Multiply like you know you
Tell
should.
it.
Okay.
Tell it.
Multiply like you know you should.
That's right.
Okay.
Come on.
Multiply like you know you should. Okay.
Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip.
And so when you hear this, right, and then you see this.
Oh, yeah.
So
Come on, let's
if
go
we go to
ahead.
worksheet number 1, these kids just had a ball with that. And actually, you know what? Let's actually play her.
The lyric video?
Yeah, so you could see.
Okay.
Like, so
Yo.
that was acapella, right?
Yo, yeah, so
I want you to hear it with the beat and see it with the music video.
yeah, and this is we
And
have
the
10
lyrics
lessons
are
in
the
our
video,
curriculum. 10
right?
lessons.
So this changes everything.
I'm already changed.
Because
change has come today.
Yo, like I said-
Martin Luther King said, change one
Right,
day,
right.
one
Miss
day.
Finney, my hip hop math teacher.
right.
Yo,
And so, you know, in this experience, right,
You
we're
just
gonna
made
hit-
me think I can rap, yo.
You
can.
You can.
You are an MC.
Yo.
Because in this particular case, right, you're going to catch you with your ears,
Yeah.
right? And then with the video, you're engaged with your eyes,
Yeah,
right? And it's just gonna build recall. That's way better than me standing in front of the classroom saying, today we're gonna do 4.5 divided by 1 1/3. Right? And you looking at me like, oh, all right.
Yeah, all right. I see you lunchtime when I wake up.
Here she go.
So this is a lyric video.
Right.
We purposely made them lyric videos because we want them to visually see the words with the music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And so I want you to pause here and just take her to worksheet number 1 because we heard the lyrics, right?
All right, we heard the lyrics.
If you go to worksheet number 1, you'll see how we take the
What
lyrics.
page is worksheet number 1 on?
86, right? And so now, all right, we learned it procedurally. In the procedural explanation, we learned it conceptually. We learned it through the music. Now let's apply all that and actually do a worksheet together. And so I'm literally on screen walking you through the worksheet. So take the weight off the parent. You in the house with your child with this program. You don't have to learn. You don't have to know how to divide nothing.
Nope.
You're gonna want to learn though.
You're gonna want to
This
learn,
music.
right? But you could just sit there with your kid
Right.
and know that they are learning, right?
All right.
And so that's how we want to encourage parents.
We taking you through the journey right now.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not.
Sorry.
Don't apologize for being yourself. Unapologetic self.
Listen to this voice.
I wanna find me a worksheet you can complete.
I ain't know this is this.
You can do this with me. Let's go. 86, let's go.
I was in the
If
choir.
you ain't
I was in
laughing
the
with her,
choir.
you laughing at her.
I'm making sure I don't look bad right now.
Find me a worksheet we can complete.
Why we pick this one?
Yeah.
I didn't pick it.
I did.
Worksheet number 1.
That's your hip hop math teacher, y'all. That's your hip hop math teacher.
Yo.
It could be a hit, like maybe. Maybe turn that into like a bad hit. I need you to write the verse though. Write the verse. Cook it up. So here we are, page 86. Worksheet number 1 for
I ain't know I picked that.
We're dividing fractions. Our diversions say use the dividing
Oh,
fraction
man.
to solve the following problem. I know we can do this because we know how to keep, change, what? Flip. So here we go. Wrap it out. What? No objective. The goal is dividing fractions. Take this lesson and put these methods to. First step, if you see a mixed number fraction, take the necessary steps and change it to. Did you say improper fractions? Let's go. We are going to do what? 4 times 10 is 40. Plus 2 is 42. So this is going to be who? 42 over.
Somebody said, I wish I had this growing up.
That's right. Yeah.
Just write this division. When I keep changing and flipping it, we're just.
We need them
setting
to
this up.
invite 2
We're
people
changing
to
our
this
mixed number
podcast right
fractions.
now.
Proper fractions. Keep that in mind.
Yes.
Only thing's changing, we're changing the mixed number fractions to improper fractions. Here we go.
We all about to learn math right now.
10 plus 4, 14. Looking good. 14 over 5. Okay, we have this all set up. It's going to be your first step. Then the lyrics say, then you keep the first fraction the same. Say what? So we have this 42 over 10. Fine, you want to stay the same, you don't want to change? Cool. Man, sometimes, we have situations where it's like, I don't need to change that. That just needs to stay exactly like it is. So that's what we're doing for our first fraction.
She's like, keep
Then
that.
we have the division. So then we keep the first fraction the same. Say what? Change that division sign to a times sign. Easy. Change that division sign to a times sign. Make sure you're writing this down with me in your student workbook. Here we go. Flip the last fraction. So 14 over 5 becomes its reciprocal. Say that with me. Reciprocal.
Reciprocal.
Which is what? 5 over 14.
This your hip hop math teacher, y'all.
This is so simple, and I'm not saying that because I'm a math teacher and everything like that, but I know you are seeing the light. Like, all this time, people try to make it like fractions. We're just like, so difficult. They're not. Not with lyrical math. They're very easy. So, it says multiply, like, no, you should. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point, look at our diagonal numbers. I'm going to set them up right over here. 42
You want to go through the whole problem?
Nah, we can pause
Okay.
it. We can pause it.
Yo, this thing right here.
It's getting the sauce right there.
Yo, this I'm telling you, I'm ready to go do some math again.
I hear it.
Yo.
That's what's
I hear
up.
it.
And let me ask you a question. What age does this start? Like,
Great
what
question.
You
grade?
know what?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We had this in mind at the time I was teaching at Chester Community Charter School, right? When we were putting this together, I'm like, boom, I'm teaching 7th grade. So many of my students are not on 7th grade level, right?
Sure.
They need the 5th grade skills, 6th grade skills, some 4th grade skills. So we, in our mind, were like, this is for middle school, right? That's what we said. That's what we thought. First school to use it was DMA, Delaware Military Academy.
For
it was
ninth
used
graders.
for a 9th grade remedial math course.
Yeah.
Wow.
So these kids were in 9th grade, but they couldn't do the 9th grade math because they didn't understand the prerequisite skills that came from elementary and middle school. So they
Wow.
purchased Lyrical Math and was like, can we use your program to get them up to par for 9th grade? They used the program. Data came back crazy.
The data was 165% increase in comprehension. And what's the dopest thing
was
about
not
this
even a
was the
plan.
teacher didn't even like hip hop.
No, not at all. She
Yeah.
was like, so what, I got rap? Like,
No, they was
I
calling
don't
her the
rap.
female Drake.
Yeah.
The student.
It's not for it. But
Yeah.
even with a teacher that is not into hip hop, she wasn't up there spitting any bars. She did the program.
Right.
And this was before the videos.
Yeah,
Right.
this
This was
is
with the old
Right.
book.
Right.
So we thought it was just for middle school, and then we
So
had
the
it
third-
for 9th graders. And then we ended up having kids that were remember Rye when she was on her way to daycare.
Yeah.
right?
But
So
in
shout
short,
out to
our the standards we cover is 3rd through 8th grade
through
math
8th
standards.
Wow.
grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so those are the standards, but we just got an order. A parent just placed the order for their daughter that's in, what's she in, 1st grade?
Wow.
Something
Second
like
grade?
that.
I can see.
Yeah.
I can see this. Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
Like,
wow, this
Yeah,
is good.
it's been an
Like,
interesting interesting
all right, so
journey.
how do people? Because we gotta wrap this up. This
Yeah,
this has been
absolutely.
amazing. Like I'm telling you, like
Thank
I'm
you.
just.
Oh, we
like,
gonna
wow.
give you all of it.
How
We
do
want
how
all
do
the
we
smoke.
how do people how
Lyrical.
How do-
All right, so look, those who are tech savvy, get your phones out right now, get your camera out, and you
Maybe
can
possible.
pop this QR code right here. You
Can
can
they
pop
do
the
that through
QR
YouTube?
code.
Is that
I don't know.
But you can also go to
this businessman over here talking about popping through the
you can go
YouTube.
to
just go to
lyricalmathonline.com.
LyricalMathOnline.com. Somebody please type that in the comment section.
Lyrical Math.
Online.com. Now to see everything we offer, you can go to lyricalmath.info.
Yeah.
Lyricalmath.info. I know that's a funky website address, but it is
It gives you
legit,
everything.
authentic. Lyricalmath.info.
Wow.
But yeah, we here. So
Wow.
any summer programming, after school programming, we would love to talk. We would love to be a part of that organization.
Or if you are just a parent, you want to
Yeah.
support your child at home
Absolutely.
and make sure that they have their basic math
I
skills
feel
down
like
packed.
this is
Check us
giving
out.
the parents back the keys.
Talk.
Yo.
That's it. We
Yo,
want to
I
empower
feel like-
parents, encourage them.
Listen.
They are the child's first teacher.
Yes.
And that's how it always was.
Y'all know what parenting with a purpose. I feel how we feel around here, and I'm just like I'm in awe right now because I ain't never seen nothing like this. And I'm like I'm ready to go back and do
Yes,
some math.
God.
And I'm tell you.
Thank you, Lord.
But this has been. I think this is a game changer. Matter of
Come
fact,
on now.
I know this is a game changer. Really giving the parents back the keys to their children's education. Like we said, parents are the first teacher.
Yes.
Parents are the first cheerleaders.
Come on.
Parents are everything, right?
First
so
line of defense.
I'm in awe.
Yeah, I appreciate
Beautiful.
it.
And so y'all check this out. Like y'all have to reach out to them. Lyrical Math, right?
Yes.
Online.com.
Online.com.
.com.
Miracle. That's a miracle. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Listen,
it's a
this is literally a miracle out here. Seriously, lyrical math online.com is in the chat.
Yes, yes.
Reach out to me, parenting, wap@gmail.com. If you have any questions, reach out back on Facebook, hit us up on YouTube where you're watching, whatever it is, any podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, all those platforms that we're on. All you got to do is the information there to contact me. We could get you hooked up with Lyrical Math, and we could do this thing. We could
Come on
take
now.
back the keys for our
Yes.
children. Like, we can be the parents.
Change
Listen,
the narrative around
bring
math.
back the responsibility, nobility, and beauty back into
Ooh.
parenting. That's what that is. Like,
Need
wow.
that on a shirt.
Yes,
That needs to be a
yes,
billboard.
yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
dope.
For real.
So I want to thank you guys. Oh my God, from the depths of my soul. Like, oh man, I wanted to shout around. I didn't go to church tonight. Like, this has been an amazing show. The information, the way that you guys deliver the information, because it's one thing to have a product, it's another thing to believe in it and be excited and be able to share that with the people. This is like Lyrical Math is who you are.
Wow.
And I can see it. I can see the passion. I can see it because, you know, as a nurse, like you could go to school to be a nurse, right? You go to school to be a teacher and you just deliver the information. But it's something different is who you are.
Yes.
That's just who you are. Right. And I see the passion and like you got me. That. Like, listen, my sister is on here. She's tagging all these people on here. I'm seeing her tag all these. Yo, April, shout out to April, my sister.
Shout out to Miss Carson.
She said she is literally tagging all these people in there.
Amazing.
And she's a mom of her. She has a 25-year-old and her daughter is 1. She just had a baby.
Wow,
a 1-year-old.
Congratulations.
I bet you she's trying to figure out how to get Gracie to do this.
Listen,
I'm telling you, this has been phenomenal. So thank you again for coming on the show. Wow, we gotta have you back again.
No problem.
Listen, spit some bars up in here. And if you guys, again, lyricalmathonline.com.
Yes.
Shout out, reach out. If you can't remember that, just replay this. It's on there. Sure. It's online. And or reach out to me. You know, Donna Janelle, Parenting with a Purpose. Thank you guys for joining us tonight, giving us your time. Thank you guys again I can't thank you guys enough for coming on this show. It's just amazing. So, share, like, invite, share with people you know. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
You know, right. And again, we out here snatching the keys back so that we can be able to parent with a purpose.
Come on now.
Yep.
Have a great night.
Shout out to CMP Radio.
Yes, CMP Radio with the hookup.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And so you guys have a good night. We are out. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace out.